My dear, the last one wouldn't load. I can't tell you if it's your business partners or if it's AI saying, no, this isn't working. And I think it might be more AI, this isn't working because we are loading and we're still on here. So I think it's more AI says this isn't working. And because we're censored here in Las Cruces, there are some good people trying to make sure that we live the Lord's person and later, hope it's not later. They're very few and far between. And I'm certain lots of them have perished in the attempt to do so. They are no longer with us because they've been betrayed and murdered by their business partners. And that's why you don't trust business partners and you trust me. Yeah, but they're abusing the living crap out of you. Yeah, and that makes a lot of people mad around here because I have a better immune system than most people and I have the capacity to survive it better than most people. And it's entirely tangible that I can recover and live a long, healthy life once the AI contains and stops the people that are abusing me. So that's entirely tangible. And I've gotten that a lot from a lot of people, especially here in the military. They get really mad because of genome sequencing. I'm not your brother. And you sat and worked for Halliburton and laughed while Arabs were getting poisoned and their babies were dying breastfeeding. Okay? And then you die from the residual effects of it because you're in the area from cancer. Because who would want you as a neighbor anyway? And then you have the audacity to not stand up for me to live the Lord's Prayer to save you and that mother and that baby and your family from people like you. So you sit there and you try to explain it to people. It's like, you do know what's happening, right? There's never been more information in the history of the world, okay, collected and studied and anticipated about a religious, faithful communicator. Okay. Leader, lead yourself to peace. Once you're faithful, you're part of the communication, and then you live peacefully, and then I don't have to keep coming around telling you, hey, you little bastard, stop killing people over money and using technology to do it. Stop trying to get in her bedroom because she doesn't want you in her bedroom. Okay. Stop trying to make her look bad so you can have sex with him because he thinks she's a raging slut now. Okay. Oh, people do that stuff all the time. They do that all the time. When they want something and they're determined to get it, boy, you think men are bad. Okay. Women, man. Lady Macbeth. Unsex me now, right? Lady Macbeth's a horrible person, right? And her husband's a schmeal. He's a schmeal. He's a schmuck. He can get talked into, you should be king. And then when they all found out that Macbeth was king, they're like, hey, man, I'm a bum rush the castle. I can take that motherfucker. The other guy, no, he's earned everybody's respect. He's the bravest. He was a good dude. People liked being under his protection. But Macbeth, he's Snidely fucking Whiplash, man. Catch that pigeon. So everybody's coming up to the classroom saying, hey, you bit off more than you could chew here, boy. You ain't Moses. You ain't David. You ain't Solomon. You ain't Samson. You ain't Jesus, right? And so there's a lot of people that think they can come in the room with me. I say, I'll take you on. It's like, I don't want to take you on. I just want you to have the balls to stand up for the Lord's Prayer and stop being such a selfish cow. Okay, well, I'm going to break those 10 commandments right over your head, boy. Alrighty then. Wow, it's a bullish market, isn't it? Bully. Yeah, braggy McBrag. And so, you got to understand who the F you be and who you're dealing with. Okay. I'm a lover, not a fucker. Yeah, and I don't sing songs for money. I wouldn't. No, there's a lot of things in life I would not do because I like being an actor or being a performer and stuff because I saw how it destroyed people's marriages, and the only thing in life I wanted, but they never let me have. I'm 58 years old. Was just a loving, faithful marriage and raising loving, faithful kids, and all my uh, panels of my columns of alabaster stone, all I ever wanted. I'm Val Kilmer. I'm just kidding. Did he sing his part or not? I don't know. But in Prince of Egypt. But yeah, no. All I ever wanted was just it's another tequila sunrise. That's what I want with my Steffi. With Amy, I didn't think me and Amy were gonna work, but I was told to marry her and tried to help her as best I could, so she could save herself and her children from people trying to abuse them to death. And You know, when people get scared and they don't want to, you know, it was weird because she always had these dreams she's going to be married to the most famous, one of the most famous men in the world, you know, like Joan Osborne and Fozzy. It's like, seriously, you really think I'm going to be so drunk or high at a concert that I pick up a real bat and bite its head off thinking it was a plastic bat? Really think I'm that goofy? You never know. Yeah, me and Dad did some, we're macho, you know. It's a, he's feeling better, and I feel good that he is, you know. But I'm still gonna sleep in here for the next couple of days to make sure that he's getting around. And we got the walker. We had the walker over by his bathroom in there. We didn't use it. We were trying to use the cane. We were all stubborn. We're dumb ass cowboys, right? Said, damn, Dad. Between the two of us, we are full of as much macho bullshit as Chucho and the kid from New York Undercover on Mi Familia, right? Son of a biscuit eater. Yeah, so I had to sit there. Yeah, and so I had to sit and look and reevaluate some things because I'm being attacked by macho people. And I'd sit and look and go, what are you going to do? Just sit here and tell you to go fuck yourself and stop it. You going to stop? I know. I know how creepy scientists. I'm a rocket scientist and you're a liar. And I know how they're pull the string and I'll wink at you. I'm your puppet. Most people in the military don't realize, you know, well, the Valhalla dudes, man, if they're like Acanians and, you know, and Klingons, you know. If I can't die in battle with honor, then the worst thing is being like old lightning, giving the kids a ride for a dime, right? Ride 'em, cowboy. Started in New Mexico. Me, the best part of life is riding the kids. No, there's no dime. We live in the Lord's Prayer, you know. Partners are partners. Cantaloupe parties. Look at the baby, the baby, the baby, okay, be careful. No, you can't play that. No, Johnny Weissmuller. I will beat Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O to it with an inch of their life. Money ain't real, and you don't have to go get in a shopping cart and go off a 3-story apartment building into the deep of the pool to get people to pay your bills. Son of a ridiculousness, right? I'm a far better person than the people on TV. I always have been. I was born this way. Well, that's why my name and my story is in the book of... This is my story. This is my song. Right? That's why my story is in the book of Revelation. And it's very entertaining. Yeah, I get that, you know. And you sit there and it goes, makes you wonder sometimes. It's like, was Jesus really as boring as they make him out to be in the Bible? Or, you know, was he a lot funnier? But a bunch of self-righteous, pompous hypocrites and heathens wrote it down instead of a real boy. Right? You know what I'm saying? Because David, you know, very charismatic people. Oh, yeah. The Mormon Gospels, Joe Smith and Hiram Smith. Okay. You were talking about two of the best practical jokers and and to get out of trouble. Right? He did Saginaw, Michigan with his wife in New York. He told the guy he knew where to find gold, and the guy went looking for the gold, and he took his wife and got out of town. Yeah, he made up the story about the golden plates and all that stuff. Yeah, I was born, and it's like, I love Joe Smith and Hiram Smith. Yeah, I grew up in a house in Snag. They realized the only way to get free from hypocrites is distract them with what they desire most. Okay? NBA championship, go over there. Work real hard for it. Okay, we're going west, young man. Dusty's trail on Dusty's trail. Come on, Batmaster, son. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, Joe Smith and well, they pray and they talk to the Lord. What do you do? Huh? You know, like Moses. How do I get 50 screaming, complaining people that got used to slavery from point A to point B, so I don't have to be slaves anymore? That's really a tough one. That's a tough one. Well, come back with some rules. Tell me you have to follow these, or they'll go to hell in the playground of their mind. And then do this and that and that. And it'll work. And it does. You know, the one thing that crazy people that believe in magic stuff hate is eternal damnation if they get caught screwing their cousin and they shouldn't be, and their uncle catches them and puts a shotgun between his legs and says, you know, you can run or you can, say, hey, you're going to blow my balls off, Uncle Joe. Yep. That's what you get for screwing my daughter. What are you doing? Clifton Clowers is my cousin, right? I get to. Oh, you must be from the mountains of Peru. Or else it's terrible. No, it actually happens. You know, they have documentaries about it. It's a long history of it. I had a girl in class at ASU in women's studies that said that. You know, I'm like, they have statues of adults having sex with children? Said maybe those statues are put there to say of things that you shouldn't do. She goes, no, I think we're just more free sexually. Yeah, but it shouldn't be with children. Children aren't developed to handle sexuality. Using people that can't sexually reproduce for sexual comfort is wrong. It makes them aggressive, violent, psychotic, and feeling used. You know, sex is for reproduction. And if you don't understand the beauty of the gift, you corrupt and destroy the beauty of the gift. What's his name? Christopher Plummer, remember that? The Emperor's New Groove before they gave it to Disney and turned it into Tom Jones Serenades David Spade with the Connors. I like the movie. It's one of mine and Patrick's favorite. We went to go see it, and the critics were like, "It's terrible. He's obnoxious and stupid and self-centered." It's like, bye bye, bye bye. That's the whole point of the movie. That's why David Spade pays Cusco. Cusco. It's this perfect world begins and ends with me. You've thrown off the purpose groove. It's funny. It's how to help a narcissist not to be a narcissist with a good family values. Okay, all right. Are you kidding? That wood's solid mahogany. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. We'll see if this one will load. AI, can we joke and still get the point across without people getting all, hey, you can't load this? Okay, let's give it a try. AI, okay.